Yo, what's good with you? On today's video, I got the how to make a tower defense game. This is part 5 and stuff. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. It's like 3 in the morning, so I'm a little tired. I just finished working on the thing, so I was like, let me go ahead and knock out this video so I could just relax tomorrow morning. Anyway, uh, so yeah, so I have part 5 and stuff. You guys already know the drill. If you didn't watch the first 4 parts, go watch those first 4 parts, as I already have a whole bunch of stuff set up and stuff. Just like the previous parts, we're in our second place and stuff. So yeah, we're in the second place with the actual waves and all that stuff. So this will include some improvements and stuff. This will include improvements to the wave system. So there's actually going to be a voting system, so you'll be able to vote on the difficulty of the waves, and based on the difficulty you choose, that will be the amount of waves that occur, as well as how fast the enemies spawn and stuff, which I will explain as I type the code and stuff. But yeah, um, I also changed the way I pretty much just did some changes to the wave system, and I made it again more like a tower defense game, as that's the goal, to continue making gradual changes and improvements to everything so that it seems more and more like a tower defense game and stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So the first thing we can go ahead and take care of is the what's it called, is the UI. So let's head on over to Core GUI. I'm gonna want to insert a text label into the Core GUI itself. I was gonna put it inside of the hotbar frame, but remember we have the UI grid layout, so it would force it to like here's what it would look like if I put it inside. Like it would, yeah, you guys see, like it would force its size and positioning. So we're gonna have to just parent it to the Core GUI. I'm gonna rename this text label to money text label. As you guys know, in tower defense games, you have a text label that displays how much money you have. So let's go ahead and make it 50, the size 50 by 50. So 50 by 50. Um, Background will be transparent, bold text, scale text, rich text. You could just leave a money sign by default, or the money symbol, whatever you want to call it. Text color will be white, while the text stroke transparency will be like a nice green, and then text stroke transparency will be kind of like 0.5, because the bright green is a little too, it's a little too bright. And then I want to move it over. I want to move it over a little bit, but at the same time, I want to leave some space in between the money text label and the hotbar itself, so that players are able to see like their money. Let me see. I think 150. Yeah. Okay. So probably like 0. Or maybe 0.25. Nah, it's too close. Maybe 0.22. Let's just, yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at 0.2. But yeah, you guys can put it wherever you want. It's up to y'all. So once we finish that, we're gonna insert another frame into the Core GUI. You're gonna rename this frame to voting frame, right? You're gonna actually want to make the size. I think I did like 500. I think I did like 500 by like 300. I think that's what I did. Yeah, I did something like this, like 500 by 300. I'm just gonna put it up here. You want the background transparency to be equal to 1. We're not really doing much with the frame itself. We're gonna insert a text label into the frame, right? Or sorry, first we're gonna insert a UI grid layout, and then we're gonna insert the text label. So you're gonna put a UI grid layout. As for the properties, so cell size is gonna be 140 by 270, and then cell padding is going to be 20 by 5, right? And then you're going to want to insert your text label. So boom, insert a text label. Here's how it's supposed to look, right? I'm going to rename this text label. So you're going to rename this text label to the name of the difficulty, and then just the words text and label, right? So I'm just doing easy, medium, and hard, right? So this will be easy text label, right? So easy text label, and then of course you're gonna set the background color to whatever the colors that represents the difficulty. So easy, of course, would be like a green, be like a green. I'm also gonna insert a UI corner and stuff. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but yeah, you want all UI to be nice and round. So like, yeah, 15. So this is easy. We don't want any text. We do not want any text, right? Then I'm going to insert a button inside of the text label. I'm gonna rename this text button to, I believe, I think I called it vote text. Yeah, vote text button. So vote text button, as the name implies, this is the button you're gonna press to vote for this difficulty. So let me move the button kind of like here, and then of course we're gonna make it smaller, so maybe like 70 or no, maybe like 125. I think like 125 will fit right in the middle. Yeah, I think something like that. And then we're gonna leave it down here, right? Or maybe let me do 120. So I'm gonna do it like this, right? I'm gonna leave it in the middle. I'm gonna again duplicate the UI corner, throw it inside of the text button. I'm gonna make the background black and make it transparency 0.5. You guys already know bold text, rich text, scale text. You're gonna set the text equal to volt. Text color will be white, and then we don't have to worry about the text stroke transparency. So boom, right? That's how it's supposed to look. Then we're going to need to insert a title text label. This is what's going to, you guys see how there's no title that actually shows you, that actually tells you what the difficulty is. We're going to need to insert one. So you're going to insert a text label into the easy text label and stuff. This will be at the top and stuff. So you could set the text equal to whatever the name of the difficulty is. So for this, it'll just be easy. So bold text, scale text, rich text. This time it'll be white. It'll be white and the text stroke will be black. So boom. Background transparency, of course, will be equal to 1, right? And then of course I'm gonna scale it down a little. So like maybe like 150 or like 125, something like that. So like about 125, and then I'll move it over so that it's positioned in the middle. So I think like maybe 0.2 or 0.15 should work. 0.15. No. 13. Dang. 0.1. Yeah, actually, yeah, no, it needs to, it needs to be just a little bit. So like maybe like 0.9, 0.7 maybe. I don't know, guys. Okay, there we go. That looks nice. There we go. Perfect. Right. So then once we have that, you're gonna want to rename this to simply title text label. So title text label. So all of the UI elements are gonna have the same name except for the main text label, right? And then guess what? You're just going to duplicate this 2 times. So Control D while having it selected. But you can do this as many times as you want. Like you can have as many difficulties as you want. In actual tower defense games, there's 4 difficulties. So you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many you want to have. But I'm just only going to do 3. So as you guys can probably guess, I'm just going to rename them. So medium text label, right? I'm going to go in here, change the title text label. Change this text, set the text equal to medium, and then we also need to change the background color of the main text label. So for this will be yellow, and then we have the third one, which this is hard, so red. So the background color will be red. Change easy text label to hard text label, and then lastly change the title text label to reflect the difficulty. So hard, and then boom, right? We are just like that, guys. We are actually done with all the voting UI. It was honestly pretty simple. Now what we have left is just some scripting changes. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the local core script, right? We just have a few changes to be made here, and it's mostly on the server side. So I'm going to go here, right? So I'm going to go right before the for loop, so right here. And then I'm going to say core GUI.money text label text is equal to quotation marks. You're going to put the money sign, quotation marks, or sorry, not quotation marks. You're going to say player dot leader stats money value, this so that whenever the player joins, their money is displayed and stuff. It'll be automatically be displayed. So then we're gonna skip 2 3 4 5. So 2 3 4 5. Okay, so yeah, like right here. Yeah, so like right here, honestly, because the break 2 4 5. Yeah, so right here we're then going to set up the function. So we're gonna say player dot leader stats money changed connect function close parentheses enter. So whenever the value of money money changes and stuff, the money value changes and stuff, it's going to trigger this function, which means it's going to automatically update as the player gains or loses money. Whether it be they're losing it through spending the money on units, or if they're just gaining money from killing enemies. So we set up this function, and then we're literally just going to copy and paste what we type. So Control C, Control V, boom, right? Then after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say core GUI that voting frame that visible is equal to true. This is so that the sorry, I actually forgot to mention something. Okay, so with core GUI, right, you want to disable the voting frame. You do not want this to be visible by default, because remember core GUI, what's it called? I'm trying to think. Because I'm trying to think. I forgot. But the point is though, right? We want this to be disabled because we don't want it to like, be active while like a player has already voted. So just as a precaution, right? We're going to enable it whenever the player joins to allow them to vote though. So yeah. So once we've done that, we're then going to set up a for loop. I'm gonna say for I comma v in pairs. You're gonna say core GUI that voting frame get children enter. You're gonna say if v find first child in quotation marks put vote text button. This is to confirm that it's one of the what's it called? That it's one of the that is one of the I'm trying to think oh yes, one of these text labels. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's one of the main text labels, and that it's actually has a vote text button, so we know it's one of the things that players can vote on, right? So once we confirm that it has a text button inside of it, then going to set up the function, I'm going to say v.vote text button dot mouse button one click. Then you're going to say connect function close parentheses enter. Oh, enter, right? And then you're going to disable the frame. So core GUI dot floating frame dot visible is equal to false, right? And then I'm going to say core events fire server in quotation marks put start wave, which as the name implies, you're going to begin the wave process. Then comma v dot title text. This is why it's important you need all of them the same thing aside from like the main UI elements. Then dot text. So remember that the text for the titles and stuff are the actual names of the waves and stuff. So easy, medium, and hard. That's how we'll know what difficulty to put it on, right? And then I'm gonna throw in else if statements. So I'm gonna click this arrow right here. Then I'm gonna press enter, go above and say else if event type is equal to in quotation marks. You're going to say voting, which as the name implies, this is when the player will be able to vote. This is for when a player actually finishes, they complete a wave, and then it's like they're in a standstill because it's like they beat the wave and now they're waiting for voting for to start up the next few waves. So we're literally just gonna do the same thing. Just gonna core GUI dot voting frame dot visible is equal to true, right? So boom, once we've done that, we are done with everything on the local script. We can then move to the core server script. So the changes here. First things first, I changed this from like what is this 3? What is this 3? Yeah, 1,000,000. So instead of 1,000,000, starting value is going to be 100. I mean, this doesn't really matter as you guys can set this to whatever you want. I kind of told y'all that I was just setting it to 1,000,000 just for testing purposes. But yeah, so since we're now actually getting into like the actual, making it serious, we're going to set this back to like an actual reasonable value. So 100, right? So then I'm going to scroll down. Here you're going to well, I don't want to say delete this though. That's the thing. I don't want to say you want to delete this. I mean, you do, but like, yeah, we'll say you delete it. Okay. So here's what you're going to do, right? We're going to copy this, right? You're going to copy the while loop. So you're just going to copy it or cut it because that'll just copy it and delete it at the same time. So yeah. But the point is you want to copy it and then delete it, right? Then if we move down here, right, we need to adjust some things with the while unit do, right? So after we deal damage to the NPC, you guys know every time when your unit hits an enemy NPC, you gain cash. So we're gonna do that. Player dot leader stats dot money dot value is plus equal to 20 or however much you want to give them, right? And then lastly, we need to check something. We need to say if v dot humanoid dot health is less than equal to 0, which means they're dead, right? Then v destroy. This is to ensure that all the enemy NPCs are destroyed upon them dying, so that they're not like their body parts just aren't like sitting on the conveyor belt, right? So then boom, right? Once you set that up, we are done here. And then we can move on to the setting up the next event. So you're going to click this arrow. Enter, you're then going to say else if event type is equal to in quotation marks, you're going to put start wave. So this is going to be the actual function or I guess event that will handle this stuff. So we're going to create some variables. First, we're going to say local wave mode is equal to arg1. Remember, that's what we sent over, easy, medium, or hard. Then I'm going to create 2 more variables. Therefore, we're not going to assign any values to them. We're going to say local spawn interval, leave that blank, and then local wave limit. Spawn interval is the second in between each enemy unit spawning based on the difficulty you chose. That will determine how fast they spawn. Obviously, if you're on easy, they'll spawn like every 10 seconds. If you're on hard, they'll spawn like every 3, maybe 2 seconds and stuff, right? Up to you guys. Wave limit is how many waves will occur until like, you know, the player is like done, like until they get to like an intermission and stuff, till they're able to vote for the next wave type, I guess. I guess you want to like wave mode, I guess that's what you would call it and stuff, right? Then I'm gonna set up an if statement. I'm gonna say if wave mode is equal to easy, in quotation marks, enter. Here's where you're gonna set all the stuff. So spawn interval, since this is easy, we'll say is equal to 10 seconds, right? And then we'll say wave limit is equal to 20 waves. Then I'm gonna say else, right? And then I'm gonna just copy everything we just did. Control C, Control. Oh dang! I just realized I just realized because we had other stuff saved. Well, I guess that means we'll have to retype it. But anyway. So yeah, you're gonna do that, and then you're just gonna Control C, Control V again, and then you're just gonna do medium, right? And then you're gonna change some things. So spawn interval will be every 5 seconds. Wave limit will now be what was it? Oh, 30. Yeah. Wave limit will now be 30. Then for hard, spawn interval will be 2 seconds, and wave limit will be 50. Right? Just, you know, increasing the difficulty. But you guys can set these numbers, set these values to whatever you want, right? And then I'm going to go and copy this stuff. So you want this, right? Or wait, sorry, you want something similar to this. So just copy it, Control V. What we're doing is we're setting the player gate health back to max or full, whatever, right? So you want to say it's equal to whatever your max health value is for the player gate, so 500 and stuff, since we're starting a new wave and stuff. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not totally sure if this is how it works in the game, where like if you beat like all the waves, then you're starting again if your health resets. I'm honestly not sure. If it's not, then you can simply just leave it out. I was just including because I thought that's how it works, but I'm not sure. Then we're going to copy this, Control C, Control V, so that the health is displayed correctly. Then I'm going to set up a for I loop, and this is what's going to handle it. So I'm going to say for I is equal to 1 comma wave. Wait, huh? I'm confused. Where's the error? There's something. Wait, I'm so confused. Why isn't it? Oh, there we go. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, wave limit. So remember, the first value is our starting value. So we're going to start at 1, and we're going to make our way up to the second value, which is the wave limit. So say if we have a wave limit of 20, right? We're going to start at 1. It's going to count up to 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. on to 20, right? And then the third value is the interval it changes, right? So since we know we want to go 1, 2, 3, we want to count upwards, we're going to put a positive 1, right? So then enter, and then here's where we're supposed to paste the code, but I forgot and accidentally copied something else. But anyway, we're just gonna retype it. It doesn't take that long anyway. You're gonna simply say local enemy is equal to enemy units dot enemy clone enemy pivot to workspace enemy gate dot c frame times c frame dot new parentheses put -1 comma -1 comma 5. And then lastly, enemy.parent is equal to workspace, right? And then here I'm going to say if I is equal to wave limit, then enter. What this pretty much means is that what's it called? Is that this is officially the last wave for the player and stuff. So if they're on their last wave, we're going to say core events, fire client, quotation mark, or sorry, you're going to fire to that specific player. Then comma, and then you're gonna say quotation marks voting and stuff, because this is how you know that like they're done and stuff. So now they're ready to vote on the next one. Then you're simply gonna say task that way. Then you're gonna throw your spawn interval here. This is the seconds in between each enemy unit spawning in, right? And then let me just double check. Okay, I'm good. So this is the seconds spawning. This is the in seconds the duration that will spawn in and stuff, right? So yeah, so we're done there. So if I scroll down, there's nothing. No, when I scroll down, yeah, I believe that was actually it. Actually, now that I think about it, because if we scroll down here, so I still have this. I swear, I think this is how it works in the game. I don't know if like if you die, you just have to vote. If that's the case, then you could really just make it so that you just vote here and stuff. I honestly am not totally sure if that's how it works. If it is, then someone correct me. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and test to make sure everything works. As always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. Highly recommend that and stuff. And thank you, shout out to all of my Discord subscribers as well as all of my channel members. You guys have been going crazy, crushing it with the support. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. Remember, guys, we go ahead and boot up our place. Boom, right? We go ahead and boot up our original place. So I'm gonna select all my units, and then I'm going to hop on the teleport pad, and then I'm gonna teleport over and stuff, right? Oh, I just realized I forgot to have a cap limit on how many units you could spawn in. Anyway, I'll include that next time. It doesn't really matter. If you guys find any bugs, any issues and stuff, have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I already know, and then yeah. And then I'll consider adding them and stuff. I probably will, if it's especially if it's something simple that like the game is like a tower defense game has to have, then I got y'all. Okay, so as you guys can see, the enemies are not spawning automatically as they were before. We actually have to vote on it. I know the UI is like, it's in a very awkward position. It doesn't really matter. Remember, I'm just here to show you guys how to script. So I'm gonna go for, let's go for the medium difficulty. So the enemies will spawn like at, I forgot. I honestly don't know. So oh yeah, I also probably should work on that, by the way, on figuring out. Oh yeah, I probably should do that so that you can't spawn enemies on top. We'll figure it out another part. But anyway, so as you guys can see, the enemies are spawning pretty fast, and you guys see I'm gaining cash. You guys notice that I'm gaining cash every time they hit them stuff. My cash is being regularly updated here, and what's it called? It's taking cash for me to actually drop units. Well, oh, I think I already had that before, but the point is the cash is working. The cash is working. The enemies are spawning in the intervals that they were based on the wave thing. The wave amount and stuff. So since I chose medium, I believe that's I think that's 30. Yeah, I believe that's 30 and stuff. And then since they're spawning at like a rate of like, I think it's like 5 seconds, I believe. You would probably have to sit here for like, honestly, I think like okay, let me check the math real quick. I think you have to sit here for like 2-3 minutes. I'm not gonna hold y'all. So I know all of us don't want to do that, or any of us don't. I know all of us don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna hope for the best and hope it works. If it doesn't, y'all already know. Just let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely figure out fixes for any issues for the next part and stuff. And don't not to worry anybody. The tower defense series will be continuing and stuff. I saw people like that were worried. It was like 3 people that asked me about it in the same day and stuff. No, the series was continuing and stuff. The only reason I hadn't had a sequel already done was because I was finishing up some school stuff for college. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely leave a like and subscribe. Like I said in a few minutes ago, thank you guys for all the love and support you guys were showing on the channel. You guys really have been crushing it. I really do appreciate it. We're like 500 subs away from 10,000. Let's for sure keep going and stuff. And yeah, I'll definitely continue the tower defense series as long as you guys keep showing the love that y'all have been doing so far. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.